You can get the cards you need for today's Budget Magic deck and support the show from this episode's sponsor, Card Kingdom. Just follow the link in the description box down below. Hello everyone, it's Seth, probably better known as Saffron Olive, and it's time for another edition of Budget Magic. So this week, we're heading to Rivals of Ixalan Standard for a deck that is pretty crazy. I'm calling this one Sunbird's Bounty. It's basically a Sunbird's Invocation, Brass's Bounty, Marionette Master combo deck, looking to kind of just stall out the game and then win out of nowhere with one super big combo turn. As you can see, one of the upsides of this deck, basically ultra budget, $63 in paper, $32 on Magic Online, and if you drop the one copy of Botanical Sanctum, it's like $50, so a super cheap price for a really spicy deck. A quick reminder before we break down Sunbird's Bounty for Standard. If you enjoy this deck and you enjoy Budget Magic in general, it would be amazing of you if you could take a quick second, click that subscribe button down in the corner of your screen. It's a great way to support the channel and the site for free. So let's talk Sunbird's Bounty, and first off, let's walk through the combo. So combo piece number one in our deck is Sunbird's Invocation. So Sunbird's Invocation, really powerful. The nice thing about it in our deck is we can use it as just a value card, cast some stuff, get some more stuff, draw some cards, go through our deck, find our combo pieces. But in the end, what we're trying to set up is a game-winning combo with Sunbird's Invocation. So Sunbird's Invocation, basically you cast a spell, you get to look at a number of cards from the top of your deck equal to that spell's converted mana cost, and then play one with converted mana cost equal or less to the card that you cast for free. So you cast a spell, you get another one, kind of like a weird fixed cascade type mechanic. So what is the combo with Sunbird's Invocation? So what we're trying to cast after we get down Sunbird's Invocation is Brass's Bounty. So obviously Sunbird's Invocation costs 6 mana, Brass's Bounty costs 7 mana. So if we're casting a Brass's Bounty, we got at least 7 lands on the battlefield, which means when Brass's Bounty resolves, we get 7 treasure tokens, which means that Brass's Bounty is essentially free in our deck with Sunbird's Invocation. We cast it, we get a Sunbird's Invocation trigger, so look at 7 cards, cast literally any card we find, because everything is 7 or less, in our deck, up to another Brass's Bounty for free, then we get the treasures, so we can always just spin again, cast something else, trigger Sunbird's Invocation. But the real big payoff, the instant win, is we cast the Brass's Bounty and find Marionette Master. So this is the game-winning combo. If we get down Sunbird's Invocation, we cast our Brass's Bounty, we get to look at 7 cards to find one of our Marionette Masters, and what'll happen is, Marionette Master, we find it, we cast it, it resolves, we put the counters on it, then Brass's Bounty resolves, we get the treasure tokens, then we simply sacrifice the treasure tokens from Brass's Bounty, kill our opponent by draining them out of the game with Marionette Master's trigger. So it's basically like the standard version of Splinter Twin. Really expensive, costs a lot of mana, but 2-card combo that just wins the game. And like I was saying, worst case, we whiff on Marionette Master, we get all those treasures from Brass's Bounty, so we can just cast more stuff, or maybe we find more Brass's Bounty, so there's not really much of a downside to casting it, even if we whiff, because we'll keep churning through our deck to find our Marionette Master eventually to win the game. The other thing that's worth mentioning is we have a ton of ramp in our deck. Beneath the Sand, Spring to Mind, Our Promise. Probably noticed no Gift of Paradise. That's because Brass's Bounty wants our ramp to be actual lands. That's why we're playing like Beneath the Sands instead of Gift of Paradise, because we want our land count as high as possible, because in theory we can win without our Sunbird's Invocation. If we just ramp into a Brass's Bounty, we can then just hardcast our Marionette Master and win the game. We occasionally get so much mana with our Beneath the Sands, with Spring to Mind, with Hour of Promise, that we could just cast Brass's Bounty. Let's say we have like 11 mana or something. We get 11 treasure tokens. We have enough lands left over that we can immediately in the same turn cast our Marionette Master, sack the leftover treasures, and win the game that way. So that's kind of the main plan. All of our ramp spells have some amount of upside. Beneath the Sands, normally we want to land, but we can cycle it if we're just desperately looking for Brass's Bounty or something. Spring to Mind kind of double cycles from our graveyard for 6 mana, and then Our Promise gets us a couple zombies for chumping and lets us tutor up some one of lands that are really good in specific matchups. Otherwise, we have a bunch of removal, a Braid, Hour of Devastation, River's Rebuke. These cards are all pretty pretty sweet with our Sunbird's Invocation. I mean, their main purpose is to keep us alive, but with, let's say, River's Rebuke, we can cast our Brass's Bounty. Maybe we whiff on Marionette Master, but we find River's Rebuke. That's still fine. We time walk our opponent, maybe double time walk by bouncing all their stuff, and then next turn we go back on our plan of finding our Marionette Master. We still have a million treasures, so if we ever find Marionette Master, we just win immediately. Our Devastation, kind of the same way, blows up everything, a braid for the early game. We also have Glimmer of Genius, just a way to cycle through our deck and find our stuff. Gives us a way to get instant speed triggers from Sunbird's Invocation, so we can cast Glimmer when our opponent's attacking us to dig for an Abrade for free off of our Sunbird's Invocation. Also, chaining Glimmer into Glimmer is pretty awesome with Sunbird's Invocation. Digs us so deep to find our combo pieces to win the game when we untap. Mana base wise, things are super crazy. So Field of Ruin, Arch of Vraska are basically tutor targets for Hour of Promise. Field of Ruin to blow up Search of Vakanta. Arch of Vraska takes advantage of the fact that we normally turn on Ascend naturally, and then Arch, with all the mana we make in this deck, is just a way we can keep drawing a bunch of the Cycling Deserts. We also have a bunch of the Sackable Deserts, Scavenger Grounds, another good tutor target for God Pharaoh's Gift and Scarab God, a couple of dual lands, a bunch of basic lands. As far as the sideboard, we have Negate and Doomfall to deal with control decks. Doomfall being our Thoughtseize, also gets Hazarets and whatnot. Negate just to force our stuff through counter spells, and then a bunch of stuff for aggro. Sweltering Suns to sweep the board, Hour of Glory for Hazaret, Scarab Gods, etc. Kind of the budget version of Vraska's Contempt. Another River's Rebuke for tokens, or just to time walk with our Sunbird's Invocation, like we were talking about earlier. Naturalize is to deal with God Pharaoh's Gift and other artifacts and enchantments, and that is Sunbird's Bounty for Standard, and that's our Budget Magic deck for this week. So I think this deck is super cool. As far as level of competition, I think it's kind of in the middle, but it is super crazy when it's doing its thing, and I think it's competitive enough that you can definitely win with it. Brass's Bounty, Sunbird's Invocation, Marionette Master work together really, really well, and the deck functions a lot smoother than you would think. The combo kill gets people out of nowhere. It's really hard for people to stop because Sunbird's Invocation doubling up our stuff makes it easy to fight through counter spells, and eventually, in the end, even if our opponent can counter and disrupt some of our stuff, we're going to get to the point where we just have 3 or 4 Sunbird's Invocations on the battlefield, and then even if we're not winning the game immediately, just casting Hour of Promise, finding another Hour of Promise, finding a Glimmer of Genius, getting a bunch of zombies, stuff like that is going to win us the game in the long run. It's still going to get us there sooner or later. So that's kind of the upside of the deck, is if we happen to not be able to combo, we still have a lot of power and card advantage thanks to our Sunbird's Invocations. So anyway, I'm going to stop rambling. Let's get to the gameplay so you can see Sunbird's Bounty in action. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoy the gameplay, and I will talk to you soon. If you're looking for a fashionable way to support the channel, make sure to check out the Ixalan t-shirt over at mtgoldfishmerch.com. Alright, Budget Magic time. Playing some Sunbird's Bounty and mulliganing in Standard. Well, alright, hopefully we find some ramp. We have... alright, to the bottom. We need lands too. We have Sunbird's Invocation. We have Brass's Bounty. Alright, there's a land. I mean, if we just curve out into Glimmer or find some of our ramp, we should be in pretty good shape. Opponent plays a tap land. Alright, well, we're going to have the mana for Glimmer. We still need blue mana, or a ramp spell to get blue mana. Opponent, they dinosauring. Oh, Branchwalker. Alright, Branchwalker goes exploring, gets a mountain, plays a mountain. Well, if I knew we were going to draw 2 lands in a row, I would have kept that Spring to Mine. But there was a risk that we just didn't draw any lands, and then things would be sad. Alright, more Sunbird's Invocation. Play Arch, pass the turn. Come on, Island! I mean, I guess if our opponent doesn't pressure us, we can just slowly get to Sunbird's Invocation, and maybe that'll be enough? It's possible. Opponent gets in with Branchwalker. Opponent also mulliganed. Down to 18. What's the follow-up? Come on, nothing big. Nothing big. Thrashing Brontodon. Come on, deck. Alright, Cycle Desert. Play the Swamp. Pass the turn. Yeah, we really need one Ram spell to get things going. And so far, that's not happening. Abrade is fine, but it can't kill Brontodon. We might just have to kill Branchwalker. Opponent goes attacking. And let's Abrade Take 3. Oh, what we would give for a blue source. More Brontodons. Alright, pass the turn. Yeah, we're pretty dead here. Yup. Those Brontodons are naturally hateful on our Sunbird's Invocations. Glory Bringer. Alright, and we're going to scoop it up. We have outs to this in the form of Hour of Devastation, but it doesn't do anything since we don't have the lands to cast it. So we either draw land or Hour of Devastation, which isn't especially helpful. Maybe we bring in the 1 Hour of Glory and then just hope that we draw some ramp this time. Maybe it's our fault. Maybe we should have just trusted that we were going to draw lands. Seems super risky, though, to just expect that we're going to peel a land. We'll go down 1 Abrade for 1 Hour Glory. Try it like that. Hope that our deck is a little kinder. And we're on the play. Gosh, deck. Now we don't have green mana, but we have blue mana. I mean, I guess that's the downside of playing 4-color decks. Although, we're definitely heavily weighted towards having green mana. If we don't draw a green source, we can cycle a Beneath the Sands. Opponent. Tap land. The old tap land tank. Passes. Alright, well, play Arch, and we're going to have to cycle a Beneath the Sands here to try to hit our mana. We have 25 lands, and most of them are green. We arguably have too many lands with the amount of ramp that we have. That's not a land. That's a land. Alright. So we're heading in the right direction. Let's spring. Opponent cycles. I guess we better grab a mountain here. Pass the turn. And now we're 1 land away with this Beneath the Sands from getting down Sunbird's Invocation. Hopefully our opponent's not on the Thrashing Brontodon plan. Jade Light Ranger. Yup. Explores. Land Brontodon. Well, they mill the Brontodon, so that's good. Opponent passes. Come on, any land. Any land for Sunbird's Invocation. We also have the Brass's Bounty in hand, so there's a pretty reasonable chance we just win the turn after we cast Sunbird's Invocation. Well, we're doing it the hard way. Spring. Grab a island. Pass the turn. So next turn we can Beneath the Sands plus Abrade something. Assuming we don't just draw the land for Sunbird's Invocation. If we draw land for Sunbird's Invocation, then we will cast that. Opponent plays a mountain. Gets in for 3 with Jade Light. Yep, down to 17. And Rekindling Phoenix. Yep, that picks up the pace on the clock. Let's see what we draw. Alright, it's a mountain. Well, we gotta go for it. So play Sunbird's Invocation. Pass the turn. Hope that they don't have another Thrashing Brontodon. Oh, that would be so sad. The one deck in Standard that's randomly playing main deck Enchantment Hate. What are the chances? Come on, no Brontodons. No Brontodons. Tap land. Branchwalker. Alright, so now, if we draw an untap land, we probably just win. At least there's a reasonable chance that we just win. Opponent goes attacking. Yup. Hits us, sure. Down to 10. And passes. Well, play the swamp. We gotta go for it. This is what our deck is trying to do. So Brass's Bounty. Trigger Sunbird's Invocation. Well, I guess we just take another Brass's Bounty. That's a lot of treasure. So, cast another Sunbird's Invocation. I think we're going to just combo off here. 3, 4, 5, 6. Sunbird's Invocation number 2 gets us Marionette Master. So, force our opponent to have the removal. Oh, alright. Counters. Well, now we should have it. It's a combo. It's a combo. Sacrifice, sacrifice, sacrifice. Oh my god, this deck. Opponent scoops it up. Yeah, that's what we're trying to do. That is it right there. Nailed it. Oh, Lord. Lord. Alright, run it back. Oh, we should have another Rivers Rebuke in our sideboard. Moto! Why is there no Rivers Rebuke there? Well, that was a combo. That was the combo. Alright, lots of ramp, which is good. Including our promise, which is sweet. Tap land for our opponent. Well, play mountain, pass the turn. So we should have turn 3 Beneath the Sands turn 4 Hour of Promise, turn 5 Hour of Promise. And then if we ever get to do our thing, we'll have Brass's Bounty for the win. Or we could just like draw a Marionette Master. Opponent plays a tap land. Passes. We'll play Rootbound Crag. Ship the turn. Yeah, this hand is pretty much what we're looking for. We are going to have a lot of treasures. Rootbound Crag. And PNLR. Okay. Better than Brontodon. Opponent passes. Ooh, Hour of Glory is actually kind of sweet. Well, let's Beneath the Sands. Red, red, black. Our mana's going to be fine anyway. We'll take an island. Pass the turn. Well, we just need to find a Marionette Master. We're going to have a lot of treasures with this Brass's Bounty. And we get to make chump blockers, which is nice. Opponent. Mountain. And there's Kindles. Yeah, that's a lot of damage coming across. We can Hour of Glory it. Opponent gets in for 3. Come on, Marionette Master. You can do it. You can do it, deck. There's Marionette Master. Oh my goodness, we are close. So play Rivulet. Play Hour of Promise. We need 1 desert. I guess we take Scavenger Grounds for Rekindling Phoenix purposes. 1, 2, black, black. Red, red, green. And then I guess we want another black source, so we will take Desert of the Glorified. Get our zombies, pass the turn. I mean, the question is just, do we live long enough? Opponent plays a mountain. We're hoping they don't have exactly Glorybringer. Hasty Glorybringer is just so much damage. Alright, Abrade's a zombie. That's not a Glorybringer. Oh man. Abrade's a zombie, alright. Well, that's a lot of damage. 4, 5, 6, 7. Down to 10. Now we gotta figure out the right line. Oh my goodness, this is close. We draw Sunbird's Invocation. Alright, so let's think this through. We play Archvaraska. I think we just Hour of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're a mana short from... yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hour of Promise. Get... I guess just Desert, Desert. Black, black. Or actually, let's get Swamp and Green Desert. Get some zombies. Pass the turn. See what our opponent has. If we draw land, we get the Marionette Master kill, assuming our opponent's tapped down. Right now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 lands. So Brass's Bounty gives us 10 treasures. Marionette Master is... Actually, I guess we just have the Marionette Master kill if our opponent taps out. Opponent gets in, gets in. Hits us. Down to 5. Well, let's see what our opponent does. Tap out, tap out. Rekindling Phoenix! Oh, we got it. We so got it. 1 mana is not enough to stop our combo. And we drew the land. So play Rootbound Crag. Play Brass's Bounty. So Brass's Bounty. Make a bunch of treasure. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Play Marionette Master. And we got there. The deck looks so janky, but we just absolutely took down green red monsters. And we got the GGs. Oh, it's so janky. It's so janky. It works, though. It works. Oh, God. All right, Budget Magic time. Playing some Sunbird's Bounty in Standard. Jeez. We're going to keep this. Worst case, I mean, we have an Abrade. Worst case, we cycle this Beneath the Sands to look for lands. Best case, we just draw land in the next 2 turns, and then we can Beneath the Sands. Opponent leads on a swamp. Alright, Archvaraska. Colorless. Well, since we hit a land drop, I don't think we cycle yet. I think we keep waiting. Because once we cycle Beneath the Sands, then we lose the ability to ramp with it. Another swamp for our opponent. Alright. Scavenging Grounds, go. Well, now we can definitely cycle Beneath the Sands at least. That's something. Field of Ruin. Oh, please. Please Field of Ruin us. Please. We will love you forever. Let's see what we draw. Ah, it's a forest! Alright. That's good. So let's Beneath the Sands. Now I feel like we're in pretty good shape. Grab an island for Glimmer. Pass the turn. So next turn we can Hour of Promise if we want to. Yeah, there goes our Arch. I guess we'll take a Swamp. Just have Ultratron. Basics of every color. So our opponent playing Panharmonicon. I think they might be playing Mono Black Panharmonicon. Yep, there's Panharmonicon. Well, that gives us a good Abrade target. Kill the Panharmonicon. Opponent passes. Rootbound Crag. Yeah, I guess we're just going to Hour of Promise. Grab Desert. Blue. So we need a Black Desert. Actually, we should probably take Deadlands. Black Desert, and then, I think a Blue Desert. So let's take Rivulet. Play Rootbound Crag, pass the turn. So we have double of every color. We can Glimmer next turn, and we might be to the point where we're going to cycle Beneath the Sands. We're basically looking for Sunbird's Invocation, and then secondarily, Brass's Bounty. I mean, with this hand, just Brass's Bounty is pretty good. We Brass's Bounty, make a ton of treasure, and then just Marionette Master, Abrade. But let's cycle Beneath the Sands. And that's a Sunbird's Invocation. Mono Black gonna have a tough time getting that off the battlefield. Unfortunately, I mean, now we just draw Brass's Bounty and we should win. Might as well slam in at Liliana, because Mono Black Panharmonicon has so much removal. Looks like the non-budget build, because there's Vraska's Contempts. Pass the turn. This is a matchup that seems like it will get trickier after sideboarding. Doomfall, Noxious Gear Hulk, and Dusk Legion Zealot. Oh man, Brass's Bounty off the top would be... Oh, there goes our... Well, I guess that's fine. We can Abrade the Freebooter to get back our Glimmer. And if they take Abrade, that's fine, because we still have Glimmer. Yeah, there goes Abrade. Opponent, passing. Gifted Aetherborn. I guess we just cast another Sunbird's Invocation. Into Sunbird's Invocation. Into... Oh, alright, we'll just go all the way. Pass the turn. That's a lot of Sunbird's Invocations. Next turn should be sweet. Oh man, Brass's Bounty would be so insanely sweet. Ravenous. Chupacabra. I mean, if we just cast Marionette Master, there's a pretty good chance we hit Hour of Promise. Devastation. Or Promise. Hour of something. Some sort of Hour. Takes up. Zombie. Mills. Gets in for a bunch. Well, hopefully this is a very good turn for us. With triple Sunbird's Invocation, Brass's Bounty, Desert, 1, 2. Well, I guess we can't... Alright. I guess we just cast Marionette Master. Sunbird's Invocation, find us. Glimmer. Yeah, let's Glimmer. Put on bottom. Marionette Master. Servos. Hour of Devastation. Drain our opponent, sweep the board. Master counters. Play Oasis. Spring. Whiff. Take a swamp. Play desert. Oh. We already played a land. Pass the turn. Now we just need to find a Brass's Bounty. Takes up. Zombie. Yep. Kills. The good news is we can flash back this Spring to Mine, worst case. Desert of the Glorified. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But we don't have more blue mana. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's mind. Oh! There's Brass's Bounty for next turn. Play the island, pass the turn. So I think we're fine. Next turn we have Brass's Bounty with triple Sunbird's Invocation out, which should mean Treasure Geddon. And we have Abrade to deal with anything our opponent manages to get on the battlefield. Opponent hits us. Yeah, we'll take it, whatever. Next turn should be pretty sweet. Sky Sovereign, yup. Well, let's Glimmer. See if we can get some more lands to make more treasures with Ram spells. Abrade. Yeah, I guess we'll kill Sky Sovereign. We mostly just want random ramp. Alright, there's Beneath the Sands. Get a land. There's nothing. Glimmer gets us. Oh, man. Bottom. We'll keep another Brass's Bounty. Oh, this turn is going to be spectacular. Okay. So we play a desert. Oh, man, this is going to be so sweet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Play Brass's Bounty. Play Sunbird's Invocation. Play Hour of Promise. Get a couple lands. Oh, this turn. This turn, we're doing it. We are so doing it. Get some zombies. Rivers Rebuke You. Make some treasure. 1, 2, 3, 4. We have all of our Sunbird's Invocations. So Brass's Bounty. There's a Marionette Master. We will put counters. There's a Marionette Master. We will put counters. There's a... Pona scoops it up. Combo. It's a combo. It's a combo. Yep. That's what you call a combo. Oh, this deck is so fun. I don't know if it's good, but man, is it fun. It is so fun. All right, so Mono Black Panharmonicon, they're going to bring in ways to deal with non-creature spells, which is going to mean lost. We got to bring in negates. The problem is they're going to bring in all their Lost Legacies, and we really have to try to not get hit by Lost Legacy. Because Lost Legacy on Marionette Master makes it very challenging to win. Because, yeah. So we have to try to make that not happen. Then we're to the winning with Hour of Promise, which is not impossible, but it is not very easy. So keep the ramp, keep the glimmers, bring in the negates, bring in Doomfalls. I think we're going to go down go down a couple of braids, go down a Rivers Rebuke, go down Hour of Devastation. Actually, we probably got to keep a braid for Panharmonicon. Maybe we cut the Hour of Devastation. Maybe we just got to go negates. Let's try it like that. Just hope that we have the negate to stop Lost Legacy. As long as we don't get a combo piece hit by Lost Legacy, we should be fine. That's the one big main concern. Well, we have our negates. We don't have blue mana. We are going to keep this, though. Worst case, we can find our blue mana with Spring to Mine. Dead lands for our opponent. Well, mount and go. The downside of this is if we don't draw blue mana, we could get hit by... Alright, opponent has Freebooter. We could get hit by the Lost Legacy. Takes Beneath the Sands. Well, Rootbound Crag, go. We need 2 more turns with no Lost Legacy. Opponent, getting in with the Kite Sail. Ooh, alright. Yeah, we're going to play very conservatively and pass. Lost Legacy is just so good against us. Tapping out and then getting hit by Lost Legacy that is not a way I really want to lose. With double negates in hand. That would be too brutal. The YouTubes would not be pleased if that's how this game went down. Found it! Gets in with Kite Sail Freebooter. Sure. Down to 18. Ooh, Glimmer is pretty sweet. Glimmer means we can pass, leave up negate, and do something if we don't have to negate a Lost Legacy. Opponent's having a bit of land troubles. Gets in. Yep. There's a land. Oh, Banewhip Punisher. Sure, that's fine. We'll Glimmer. Alright, that works. We'll keep the Brass's Bounty, put the basic to the bottom. We kind of do want another blue source, because then we can start ramping and leaving up negate. And we are actually getting kind of close to just winning. Well, we're going to remain conservative, keep leaving up negate. Next turn we can spring while still leaving up negate. Opponent getting in for 3. So their clock is increasing, but it's still not very fast. Another Punisher. Yep. That is a little annoying. Now they're hitting for 5. Well, let's spring. Grab a swamp. Pass the turn. So next turn we can Brass's Bounty, and then in theory, Marionette Master is just game. Dusk Legion Zealot, okay. I think we might be okay. We've played really carefully to not get got by Lost Legacy. and I think it's paying off. Opponent hits us down to 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but they don't have lethal next turn. Duress. Well, we will negate Duress. Is there any way of winning this turn? I don't think so. Opponent passes. Glimmer. Well, Brass's Bounty. 7 treasures, pass the turn, and this is the turn. We have the Master win for next turn. Doomfall, yeah. Sack a treasure, negate. And I think that should do it. We still have exactly 5 treasures, which is exactly enough to win the game. Opponent passes. Play Marionette Master. Put the counters on it. And sack some treasures. 420. And we got there. Brass's Bounty Marionette Master. Boom, 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 boom. And dead. Sweet. This week's Budget Magic deck taking down last week's Budget Magic deck. Whew. Man, this deck is janky, but it's so fun. Alright, Budget Magic time. Playing some mulliganing in Standard. Sunbird's Bounty. This is a pretty good 6. Sanctum. Yeah, I think we keep it. So Rootbound Crag, go. So we have turn 3 Spring, turn 4 Hour of Promise, turn 5 Sunbird's Invocation. Fetid Pools. Well, opponent might be playing Counter City. Botanical Sanctum, go. Probably Grixis Energy, most likely. Or just like blue-black something. Search for Azcanta. Opponent passing. We'll play the island, and let's just spring. Grab a swamp. Pass the turn. So our ramping is going well, but I'm a little nervous about opponent having lots of counters. Mills an island. Plays a swamp. Opponent passes. Well, play the mountain. Yeah, I guess we just make him do it. Our promise. Oh, Censor. That is the brutalist of counters. If we can find a way to resolve Sunbird's Invocation, I think we can still overwhelm this deck with value. No milling. Another land. Opponent passing. We'll play Field of Ruin. Pass the turn. We're just going to spring to draw a couple cards. See if we can get our opponent to tap down. Opponent cycles. Field of Ruin means we're not going to lose to Search for Azcanta. Flipping. Mills a land. Plays a land. Yeah, let's draw 2. Play a mountain. Yeah. Sunbird's Invocation. Opponent has a real counter. Pass the turn. Search for Azcanta. Search for Azcanta is so helpful for decks like this. Mills. Wow, Kumana's Awakening. Spicy. Opponent passes. Well, let's spring. Jeez, Spell Swindle? Alright. Play the desert. Pass the turn. Is this a Marionette Master deck? Search for Azcanta. Well, we will kill your Azcanta. Opponent's going to get their 1 activation. Takes a treasure map. Alright, opponent is almost assuredly playing Marionette Master. We'll grab a forest. There's treasure map. Well, let's cycle Beneath the Sands. Play Sunbird's Invocation. Wow, this deck's got a lot of counters. Pass the turn. Well, they don't have Search for Azcanta anymore. Although, eventually they're going to have this treasure map flip. And that'll draw them cards. So many counters. We don't have many ways of stopping it in the main deck, unfortunately. Upkeep Scries with treasure map. Our opponent's problem is if we stick a Sunbird's Invocation, they're going to have a hard time getting it off the table. Plays a land. And passes. Alright, let's pass the turn. See if our opponent upkeep flips. Let's Glimmer. Master bottom, Abrade top. And then Abrade. Oh my god. Infinite counters! Infinite counters! Infinite. Truly infinite. Okay. So we're probably just going to die to Marionette Master. Yeah, that's just like every counter in the history of Standard. Cycle Censor. Plays Arch of Araska. Well, play Deadlands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Man, do we just have to try to win? Is that where we're at? We just got to try to combo kill? 1, 2, 3. So we get 9 treasures. We have 9 lands. We have 3 left over. Yeah. All right. I think that's what we got to do. So Brass's Bounty. Resolves. I mean, if they're out of action, we found the win. Marionette Master. Come on, no removal. Counters. Oh my god, we got it! I believe. Pass the turn. Sack. 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 Oh my god. Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness. Oh Lord Almighty. Oh, what a way for it to go wrong! What a way. Alright, well, sure, opponent. I guess you got us. Wow. Moment of craving to make Marionette Master smaller. Opponent plays a land. Tezzeret the Schemer. Down to one card in hand. Makes an Ethereum Cell. And passes. Well, attack Tezzeret. Play Scavenger Grounds. Play Sunbird's Invocation. Pass the turn, see if we keep living. If they can find Marionette Master, they can kill us from 19, and we can't stop it. Moment of craving. Opponent's going to draw an extra card. Yep. Do we get to untap? Alright, kills Marionette Master. That doesn't kill us, though. Makes Ethereum Cell. Oh my goodness. Vraska? Wow. Well, now we just got a top deck Brass's bounty this turn. Glimmer. Bottom. Hour of Promise. Get Arch of Vraska and Rivulet. Pass the turn. Oh, wow. Wow, I can't believe what's happening to us. I literally cannot believe what's happening to us. Oh, goodness. Opponent makes a token. And they final our Marionette Master. Alright, we do not have Moment of Craving. Oh my goodness, that loss. That is absolutely sad and savage. Negates in. Oh wow, that's just so many counters. Negates in, Doom falls in. Hour of Devastation down. Oh wow. Jeez. I still can't get over that one. That was a brutal loss. That was brutal. I guess we probably got to cut a couple of braids. Maybe we have to cut all via braids. And I guess one Marionette Master. Try it like that. Oh, God. Well, we're on the play. And I guess we'll try this. We need a land to really do anything, but we'll see. Rootbound Crag, go. Swamp for our opponent. And Duress. Takes a Doomfall. Oh, that is... Alright. Pull it together. Hope our opponent eventually passes their turn. They do. Our Promise is not a land. Play the tap land, pass the turn. Drown Catacombs. Opponent passes. Not a land. Oh, not like this. Not like this deck. Anything but like this. Plays an island. Treasure map. Alright, there's a land. Well, let's spring. Grab an island. Pass the turn. Opponent gets to start scrying. Yep. Opponent. There's the Lost Legacy. Now it's going to be pretty challenging for us to win. We're going to have to win with Hour of Promise tokens, which it's a tough one. Except our opponent leaves the Marionette Master in our hand. Land, please? Well, let's ramp. Grab a island. Pass the turn. Getting down Hour of Promise there would have been super helpful. Opponent's going to get to flip their treasure map, though, which is super bad for us. Yep, there's the flipping. Million treasure. I still can't believe they had Moment of Craving. Search for his Kanta. Opponent passing. I guess we got to do this since we're missing our land drops. Opponent's got to negate. Yep, pass the turn. Looking grim, looking grim. Missing the land drops. Getting Lost Legacied. Opponent thinking about their search for his Kanta. Leaves it on top. More treasure maps. 2 cards in hand. Scries with treasure map. They do get to start drawing tons of extra cards, though. Leaves it on top. Opponent passing. Well, let's Hour of Promise. It resolves. We got to take 2 deserts. So we need, I guess, just black and red. Get some zombies. Pass the turn. Search for Escanta. Opponent. Passing. Nope. Scries with treasure map. Leaves it on top. Draws a card. Place a land. Well, get in with our zombies. Hit our opponent. Play Scavenger Grounds. Play Hour of Promise. Opponent found a spell swindle. We do not have a negate. So if they have their Marionette Master, then they got us. That was a good one to leave on top, I will say, for our opponent. Do they have it? Draws a card. Argul's Bloodfast. Well, go attacking. Hit our opponent. I mean, we gotta go for it. Brass's Bounty. Spell Swindle. So we will negate Spell Swindle. Resolves. I mean, we gotta go for it. We gotta go for it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Marionette Master. Are we getting there? Wow, they have nothing. They can't stop it. Wow. Wow. All right. Well, our deck can win out of nowhere. That is the good news. We do have the ability to win out of nowhere. The deck is sweet. It's janky, but it's super sweet. Oh, man. All right. Run it back. I can't believe they left Marionette Master in our hand. Oh, wow. Oh, this deck is so fun. It's such a cool combo. This is a hard matchup for it, but it's still a really cool combo. All right. Well, we got 2 negates, which is good. No blue mana yet, but we have ways to find it eventually, hopefully. Assuming they resolve. Well, Rootbound Crag, go. Opponent. Come on, no treasure maps for once. Swamp. And passes. Ooh. Alright. Just drawing a blue source is nice. Opponent. Cycling? Cycles. Island. Oh, God. That gets around the gate pretty handily. And that's a fast clock. Huh. Well, then. Alrighty. Alrighty, then. That's a Kefnet. I think our opponent's sideboarding might have just got us. Because they can just draw a card and start attacking with Kefnet. And it is... Oh, alright. Or not yet. We'll play Swamp. Ramp. Island, Forest, Mountain. I guess we take the Swamp. Pass the turn. The problem is we still have to find a way to win before Kefnet kills us. Opponent gets to draw a card. We don't really have good answers to Kefnet. Yeah, opponent's got enough cards to attack. We didn't really sideboard with Kefnet in mind. Gets in. Opponent hits us. Down to 15. Plays an island. So, cycle desert. Play the mountain. How can we do this? We can play Sunbird's Invocation to make them counter it, although that's our best way of actually winning. And I guess they'll still be able to draw an attack. Alright, I guess we just gotta pass and draw cards. Yeah, opponent's gonna draw with Kefnet. Oh, cycle. Okay. That also works. Oh, we are on a super fast Kefnet clock. Kefnet getting in. Hits us. Down to 10. Duresses. Okay. Takes Sunbird's Invocation. Plays a land. Are they giving up on Kefnet? Draw 2. Play the mountain. Play Hour of Promise. Take Arch of Araska. Black Desert. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Alright, pass the turn. So our way of winning, it is kind of a long shot, but it involves... Draws a card. It involves drawing Marionette Master and resolving this Brass's Bounty. I'd feel like we were in pretty good shape if it wasn't for Kefnet, but with Kefnet, we're in super sketchy shape. Because our opponent probably has a ton of counters in hand. Plays a land. Well, cycle Beneath the Sands. Spring. Brass's Bounty. Wow, do we have a chance? Negate. Oh, were they just... Okay. Brass's Bounty. Resolves. Brass's Bounty. Glimmer. Bottom. Oh, I think that does it. Yeah, we're running out of mana. 1, 2, 3, 4. Glimmer. Bottom. Bottom. Rivulet. Oh boy. Oh my god. Well, we're staying. We're keeping the combo going. Assuming our opponent doesn't have Censor, that would be so sad. Brass's Bounty. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think we're still fizzling. Brass's Bounty. Draw 2. I mean, I think we're losing, but man, what a turn. So close. Wow! Wow. After all that. Oh! We almost did it! If we had drawn Marionette Master a little earlier, we're just short on... Oh, yeah. And now we're dead. Wow. Well, what a turn. It ends with a loss, but what a turn. 4 Brass's Bounties. We found the Marionette Master. We needed to find it off one of the Glimmers, and we would have won from here, as amazing as that sounds. I can't believe our opponent's leaving in Moment of Craving. So maybe we 1-1. Moment of Craving is horrible, but okay. Yep. Wow. What a turn. Pass the turn. Our opponent still, the surprise Kefnat is lethal. Yep. Draws with Kefnat. Wow. Well, we didn't win, but I think that's still a pretty good testament to how sweet this deck is. We were super close to winning in a super hostile matchup with a sideboard card that was very hard to predict, and we still were super close to winning that match. All right, Budget Magic time. Mulliganing like usual. Oh my goodness, deck. Moto. Someone. Only us can... play 25 lands and have to mulligan constantly. Yep, going to 5. All right, we're keeping this god-awful hand. There's a Sanctum. I mean, in fairness, now that we scryed a land to the top, if we actually draw a land, one more land, we have Beneath the Sands into Glimmer into Hour of Promise, and that's actually oddly reasonable. Sanctum, go. Mountain for our opponent, and passes. Well, let's cycle. See if we can hit a land. Alright. Play the desert. Pass the turn. Opponent. Mountain. And passes. Well, that's Beneath the Sands. Grab a... swamp. Pass the turn. I mean, we're kind of putting the pieces together a little bit. Opponent cycles. It's probably Grixis energy. Control. Opponent plays a land. And passes. Alright, pass the turn. Alright, we're going to use this window to Glimmer. Oh boy, those are 2 cards we really like, but oh dear. Dear God. Well, things just took a turn. How is our deck giving us such a hard time here? We are just having a heck of a time finding lands. Well, Beneath the Sands... We're doing this in the absolute hardest possible way. Pass the turn. The problem is I expect our opponent has about 1 billion counters, so I don't think these Hour of Promises are ever going to resolve. Opponent passes. Play Oasis. Hour of Promise. Wow. Alright, Scavenger Grounds and Desert of the Mindful. Pass the turn. Well, I don't know what our opponent has. I am very unsure. A ton of creature removal, probably. Yep, Fatal Push. I mean, that seems like a counter target if you got a counter. Possible we should have just grabbed Arch there to start drawing cards. Field of Ruin. Well, play the Forest. Play Hour of Promise. Take Arch of Araska and Field of Ruin. Pass the turn. I mean, if our opponent just really has no counters, then... cycles. If our opponent just really has no counters, then we can just draw a Brass's Bounty and win. That's pretty simple. Fatal Push is a zombie. Card draw would be helpful. cuts. Opponent passing. Well, play a mountain, pass the turn. Alright, so we need to ruin this so we don't lose our arch. Grab an island. Opponent gets to Glimmer. Maybe our opponent's playing Grixis Amulet. That would make sense with the cut. Plays a land. Ooh, Metallurgic Summonings. Spicy. Well, we need a Brass's Bounty to resolve. Draw a card with Arch. Well, Our Promise is not horrible. Oh, lordy. I mean, I guess we go for it. If they got a hard counter, they got a hard counter. Sunbird's Invocation. And Our Promise. With... Get... Desert. Desert. Pass the turn! Pass the turn! I mean, they shouldn't be able to kill us this turn. And we have a Sunbird's Invocation down now. Alright, Fatal Push, make a 1-1. We will find Brass's Bounty eventually. Gotta happen. Having Sunbird's Invocation out makes it easier, and we got a lot of lands. If we ever find Brass's Bounty, we probably just play through our entire deck, actually. Alright, opponent cuts. I wonder if they're going to ribbons here. They might. Opponent getting in for 1. Yep. Down to 19. If we find Brass's Bounty, we go off to the extreme. Alright, there's ribbons. Yep. I mean, worst case, we can just Rivers Rebuke, which isn't bad. Best case, we find Brass's Bounty and the turn is insane. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's Glimmer. See if we can find a Brass's Bounty. Oh boy, another Glimmer. Bottom, bottom. I mean, we're just digging for Brass's Bounty. No luck there. Bottom. Bottom, bottom. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Play the forest. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Rivers Rebuke. Get a Sunbird trigger. Glimmer. Bottom, bottom. Still looking for the bounty. There it is. We gotta wait till next turn, but we did find it. There's no sense to do anything greedy. Let's just pass. I mean, we got bounty, so if we just... Next turn is just insane if we untap. So let's leave up Scavenger Grounds to make sure that happens. And then, as long as it does happen... Oh, man. Next turn is going to be absurd. Alright, summoning's back, sure. Opponent passing. Play Rootbound Crag. Well, let's start with Sunbird's Invocation. See if this draws out a counter. Nope. Hour of Promise. Desert. Desert. Get some zombies. 1, 2. We gotta go for it. 4, 5, 6, 7. Brass's Bounty. Double trigger. This makes it pretty much uncounterable because we should hit another Brass's Bounty. Oh my goodness, we hit all of them. Brass's Bounty. Sunbird's Invocation. Yeah, Brass's Bounty. And we have a bit of treasure. I think this might be the most treasure tokens I've ever made. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and 6. And I guess we just use this. Marionette Master. Sunbird's Invocation. Not bad. Not a bad turn. Pretty reasonable. Eh? Did we get there? I guess we'll take another Marionette Master. Oh, when the deck does its thing, it's pretty sweet. Let's put counters on it. Play Sunbird's Invocation. I mean, we could probably deal like 1,000 damage here. Because we can Marionette Master to find the other Marionette Master. And yeah, opponent scoops it up. I think they are slightly dead. Slightly dead. Alright, that went well. Well, now we gotta fight through the sideboarding. So, Abrades down. Rivers Rebuke naturalizes, negates in. Also, maybe Doom Falls. Hour of Devastation seems a bit sketchy. Maybe we stick with 1 Rivers Rebuke. 4 more cuts. Let's go down 1 Marionette Master. We got to make sure we don't get hit by Lost Legacy. That's the scariest thing that can happen. Maybe we go 2 Doomfalls. Go down... I mean, I guess we got to go down a couple Beneath the Sands. Or maybe like 1 Glimmer, 1 Beneath the Sands. Try it like that. Alright. We're on the play. And I actually kind of like this hand. If our opponent has Lost Legacy on turn 3, we're in trouble. But we can Doomfall on 3. Opponent leads on Fetid Pools. I assume they sideboarded in most likely a bunch of counters and got rid of a lot of their creature removal. And also probably Lost Legacy, which is the scariest card. Desert, go. Come on. No whammy. No whammies. No whammies? Alright, no Lost Legacy. Opponent, passing. We'll play the Forest, and we are just going to Doomfall. Oh, alright. Well, we'll take Metallurgic Summonings. Opponent has a lot of cards in hand that do nothing, which is kind of good for us. So we would like to just draw blue mana. But once we get down this Sunbird's Invocation... Alright, Canyon Slough, opponent plays it. Well, play Rootbound Crag, play Spring, grab an island, pass the turn. I mean, we could just slam Sunbird's Invocation next turn and hope. Field of Ruin. Alright, opponent has Summonings. We know their hand. If they draw a land, they can Rivers Rebuke. And I think we're going to go for it. I mean, the upside is, if our opponent doesn't draw land, we could just win next turn. Invocation, go. Come on, no land. No land. No land, no counter. Cycles, okay. That's good. Plays a land. Oh, we know their hand still. Oh, man. We can just win. Another Sunbird's Invocation. So, play the Swamp. And Brass's Bounty. Well, I guess we just Hour of Promise, get Arch of Araska, and Field of Ruin. So we don't just win. However, we do get to Doomfall. No, can't cast Negate. Take Rivers Rebuke. And pass the turn. So our opponent can kill our zombies, but that doesn't do a whole lot. Alright, search for Iskanta. We can't just win because they can Vraska's Contempt our Marionette Master with the trigger on the stack, but I feel like we're in pretty good shape. Opponent passes. Desert. Well, let's Sunbird's Invocation. Spin the wheel. More Sunbird's Invocations. Get in with our zombies. Hit our opponent. If they Vraska's Contempt our zombie, that's fine. Yep. Vraska's Contempt. Eats a zombie, eats a zombie. Well, play Desert. And yeah, let's just do this now. 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, no. Let's pass. Because we can use Glimmer to dig for a negate if we need to. Search for Iskanta. Opponent's last card is Battle at the Bridge. We're mostly worried about Rivers Rebuke. Mills a land, so they have 1 unknown card in hand. Opponent gets in for 4. Yup. Down to 16. Field of Ruin our Arch. That's fine. That's actually kind of good. Now we don't have to spend a treasure to Glimmer. So, grab an island. Opponent's got Bridge and 1 unknown card. What's the unknown? I mean, we got 3 Sunbird's Invocations. Alright, just battle at the bridge. Opponent. Okay. Well, I think odds are in our favor here. Because we get to Glimmer with Sunbird triggers. No casting. Cast Glimmer. And basically... Alright, there's Marionette Master. And a negate. Let's kill Search for Iskanta. Bottom. I mean, I think we win no matter what. Our promise. Yeah, I think we just get to Marionette Master. So, Marionette Master, trigger some Sunbird's Invocation. Actually, we have to hit 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24. We have to hit a second Marionette Master. Well, blow up Metallurgic Summonings. Alright, there's the second Marionette Master. With 2 Marionette Masters, now we definitely win. Whew! That was closer than we thought, because we were actually 1 point of damage short because they gained a bit of life. But yeah, with 2 Marionette Masters, this is a lot of damage. Drain, 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 drain. And we got there. Well, Sunbird's Bounty getting the job done against Grixis Control. Alright, budget magic time. Playing some Sunbird's Bounty Wombo combo. In Standard, this is a little clunktastic, clunktacular, clunky. Yeah, we're gonna mulligan that one. Phew. Okay. Well, if we scry into lands, I mean, in theory, this hand has everything we need to win the game, and even double Sunbird's Invocation. The question's going to be, do we get to it? Ugh. Minister of Increase. Yeah. Well, new question, do we just get turn 4 God Pharaoh's Gifted? Ether Hub for our opponent. And planning. So we could use an Abrade, also the mana to cast it. Vizier. Oh boy, it's this build. Oh dear. Oh dear. This is a build that can kill you really quickly if everything goes well. This might be a hard matchup. Well, there's the mana to cast Abrade. Step 1 of our multi-step process. So we don't die this turn, but we could definitely die next turn. There's a God Pharaoh's Gift. Inspiring Vantage. And just cast the Combat Celebrant. Yeah, I mean, if they can God Pharaoh's Gift next turn, I think we lose. Unless we top deck Abrade this turn. It's not Abrade. Alright, Deadlands, go. This is a matchup that feels like it hopefully will get better after sideboarding. Mills. Chaos Maw. Oh yeah. Well, if they have the land reanimation effect, we're in sad shape. Land. Well, let's see if they have Refurbish for the combo kill. Are we just going to get out-comboed? Alright, not dead yet. Cathartic Reunion. And Minister of Increase. I wonder if our opponent even exerts here. Is it even worth it? You get in, what, 1 extra damage? Alright, no exert, just goes attacking. The downside is we're still a ways away from really doing our thing. Let's Glimmer. Bounty bottom. I think Forest bottom too. Land. Bounty. I'll play the desert, pass the turn. I mean, if our opponent just has nothing, we can Sunbird's Invocation next turn and then go from there. They've been cycling through their deck, though, so they are going to find the Refurbish. And as soon as they find Refurbish, we're dead. Our opponent doesn't know that necessarily, but they go for it. Yeah, all right. So, yeah, this is where we're dead. Since you've probably never seen this combo, we'll let our opponent do it. But the idea is you just keep Combat Celebranting. Our opponent has actual Combat Celebrant, plus now 1 from God Pharaoh's Gift. Untaps everything. Yep. Down to 9. Then they can get back a Vizier to copy a Combat Celebrant, and then we're actually just dead on that attack. So they don't have to go that far right now because we don't have anything going on. They go with Champion of Wits, which is also fine. So you can see we're just dead. They just swing with everything, and we will scoop it up. So we get to go to sideboarding and bring in a lot of stuff that should be helpful in this matchup. We have the Scavenger Grounds in the main deck, if we can find it, which is good. We also have just a lot of good sideboard cards. We get all the negates. We get potentially some naturalizes as well. Go down River's Rebuke. Go down Hour of Devastation. Abrades. Maybe we just go 2 naturalizes with the negates. We do want to be able to kill their creatures naturally to some extent. Ramp. Maybe we cut a single land. Maybe we cut like a Field of Ruin down to 24 lands, because we do have a lot of ramp spells. And then what else are we cutting is the question. Probably like 1 Glimmer of Genius, and maybe we cut 1 Marionette Master, and trust that once we get the combo going, we're going to find it with Sunbird's Invocation. Seems like a plan. I haven't had like a ton of success playing the deck our opponent's playing. Alright, we play first. Yeah, I think we got to ship that one. We've had some rough... Alright, this hand's actually pretty good. Yeah, we'll keep this. We got an Abrade to stop God Pharaoh's Gift, and if we get our lands, we just get to start ramping like crazy. Yeah, we'll keep Beneath the Sands. That gets us ramping. So, Oasis, go. And also, our promise means we can get Scavenger Grounds, and that should really help our chances. Play the island, pass the turn. Opponent probably brought in negates as well, I would assume. Inspiring Vantage. Well, they're not negating with that mana. Well, yeah, let's just Beneath the Sands. Green, blue, red. What do we want double of most? Not black. I mean, I guess assuming these hour promises resolve, it doesn't really matter. I guess we'll just take a forest for now, so we're not spending life on Oasis. So now our best case is we just draw an untapped land, we get to hour promise for Scavenger Grounds, and then we're in pretty good shape. Ether Hub for our opponent. And Champion Wits. Champion, Inspiring Vantage. Come on, untap land. Invocation. Well, play Desert, pass the turn. This is a little scary. Our opponent could get to a point where we're just too slow. Gets in with Champion. We take it. Down to 17. Passes. Alright, let's pass the turn. Well, they don't have... Alright, we gotta go for it. They don't have any energy, so they can't actually counter this. Our promise... Get 1 desert, 2 desert. So we can get Scavenger Grounds, Arch of Araska. Pass the turn. So our opponent, the upside of where we're at right now is they don't have much in the graveyard. So they can't actually refurbish a God Pharaoh's Gift. And now next turn, we can start leaving up naturalizes and whatnot to make sure they don't get to God Pharaoh's Gift. Minister of Increase. Yep. Get some energies. Strategic planning. There's God Pharaoh's Gift. Opponent. Getting in. Yeah, we'll block. I mean, we got the Scavenger Grounds. Opponent passes. Well, let's spring. Get an island. Pass the turn. Leave up a braid. Leave up naturalize. Opponent plays a mountain. Champion of Wits. Yep. Next turn, we might have to just sweep the graveyard so they don't keep getting back Champion of Wits. That means we're not doing cool stuff. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Alright, so let's spring. Grab a swamp. Actually, do we even care if they go land, get back Champion of Wits? Like, is that even bad for us? We're going to lose our springs if we do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Huh. Sacking lands isn't ideal. I think we're going to let it go for now. That's a lot of card draw. Alright. Yeah, I guess we better do it. Alright, stop on our opponent's draw step. Sack the desert. Exile everything. Vizia of Many Faces. Well, let's kill the champion. Wow! Alright. Opponent spends their negate to copy the champion. That's fine. Discards, negate, chart a course. We will take 2. Don't really want to put this in the graveyard yet. Let's... Hour of Promise. 1 desert, 2 desert, black desert, green desert. Pass the turn. Hopefully at some point we can get down this Sunbird's Invocation. Or we just draw a Brass's Bounty. Strategic planning. So now if our opponent attacks, we just block, and then we can exile the graveyard. Ooh, Padeem. Spicy. Yeah, we will block. Kill the champions. Yeah, let's cycle Beneath the Sands. Play Swamp. And pass the turn. We're going to keep waiting for now. I guess we have to sack a desert right now. 1, 2. Yeah, opponent has no energy. Yeah, this is fine. 1, 2. Sack a desert. Pass the turn. Just repeatedly sweeping the graveyard goes a long way in this matchup. We will draw Brass's Bounty eventually. Cathartic Reunion. Sure. Opponent. Passing. And let's draw a card. Maybe we can't cycle this. I think we kind of can't. Play desert. Pass the turn. I think we actually got to keep the desert around for sacrificing to scavenger grounds. We're going to keep waiting, keep drawing extra cards. I think in the long run, this plan works out in our favor. We have a million ways to kill God Pharaoh's Gift. Combat Celebrant. Ooh, opponents tap down. Alright. Well, this is our chance. They don't have any energy and they tap their blue mana. So let's Abrade Combat Celebrant. Draw a card. Play Rootbound Crag. This leaves up 1/2, 1/2. Alright, play Sunbird's Invocation. And pass the turn. So we still have up both of our removal spells and or the ability to exile the graveyard. I guess we should have got in for 2 there, probably. Opponent plays a land. They can actually try to hardcast a God Pharaoh's Gift here, although then we just naturalize. There's God Pharaoh's Gift. So we naturalize. Beneath the Sands to the bottom. And now we just need a Brass's Bounty. I'll play the land, get in with the zombie. Pass the turn. Opponent. Refurbish. So we will just do it this way. Sacrifice the desert. Fizzle Refurbish. How many God Pharaoh's Gifts are they down? 1, 2. So they still have 2 left. I mean, we should be to the point where if we draw Brass's Bounty, we just win with negate backup. It's a land. Alright, play Rootbound Crag. Play Sunbird's Invocation. See what we find. Alright, whatever. Hour of Promise. Yeah, let's take Hour of Promise over another Sunbird's Invocation. We'll find Brass's Bounty eventually. We'll just take our last 2 remaining deserts. This actually could be a game that we win on the backup mill plan. Our opponent's down to 27 cards because they've been cycling through their deck so much. So that might be a legitimate way to actually win this game, as strange as that sounds. Opponent. Champion. Yup. Madcap Experiment. Okay. Yeah, let's just Abrade. Blow it up. Oh, there goes a Brass's Bounty. Opponent passes. Naturalize. Well, maybe we're winning the very boring way of attacking with zombies. Opponent blocks. Sack a desert. Pass the turn. Well, this has been our least explosive win, but... And opponent scoops it up. Alright, so zombie beats with Scavenger Ground backup. Pretty good against our opponent's deck. Yeah. I mean, we're going to keep it like that. That kind of worked. Okay. It's risky. Ramp. The problem is this hand does... We got a mulligan. This hand just doesn't... this isn't better. Rivulet. I guess we got to keep it. Oh, boy. Was hoping to have some way of interacting with our opponent's deck or getting Scavenger Grounds, which this hand and the first hand did not have, but I don't think we can go to 5. We can respin once to try to find a Naturalizer and a Braid or something. We have a lot in our deck, though, so we can still draw them. Opponent. Not Brawl. Please. Oh, boy. Cathartic Union, double Combat Celebrant discarded. Well, there's Hour of Promise. Is it going to be fast enough, though? Opponent, Inspiring Vantage. We really need to draw an interactive card. Negate, Abrade, Naturalize. Because this Hour of Promise for Scavenger Grounds is going to be too slow. Because our opponent can go for their combo this turn. I guess Scavenger Grounds as well. We actually have a ton of things that are outs in this scenario. Do we draw one? Oh my god, it's Scavenger Grounds. Alright, well... The downside of this is we would have to sack our Scavenger Grounds, but they don't have a God Pharaoh's Gift in the graveyard. So hopefully next turn we can get down Rivulet. Opponent has Ether Hub. And then start sacking Rivulets and hopefully drawing / finding more deserts. Well, goodbye Scavenger Grounds. Maybe that was a misplay on our part. Maybe we should have played the Rivulet. Now we might be in trouble. Yeah, I guess maybe we should have played Rivulet on turn 2, just in case we drew our one of Scavenger Grounds. That might be a punt. Pass the turn, because now we're scavenger grounds list forever. And if our opponent can rebuild their graveyard here, and it looks like they can. Champion of Wits. Oh god. Yep, and I think they got us. Even if we draw something now, it's probably too late because they have so many cards in hand. So it's likely they're going to have negates. Yeah, we ended up one interactive spell too short, which is mostly sad because we have a lot of naturalizes with a braid and naturalize after sideboarding. And negates. We have like 10 cards that answer their combo, but we just could not find one of them this time. Opponent getting in. Yeah, I think we're just straight up dead. Because our opponent almost guaranteed has negate at this point. They've drawn almost half their deck, or went through half their deck. Wow, play search for his Kanta. Alright, so I guess we're drawing live to a braid off the top. That is not a braid off the top. Well, since we're not hitting our pieces, I guess our only real chance is just to... Oh man, this went hilariously wrong. Get an island, get a Deadlands. I guess our only real hope now is that we can combo off somehow. Oh, I feel like this is actually a good matchup for us too. But opponent got us here. Oh, there's Combat Celebrant. Yeah, that's game. It's a good card to have on top in our opponent's deck. Goes to combat. Gets back Combat Celebrant. Goes attacking. So kill Combat Celebrant, take a million. Gets back something. Probably Vizier. Oh, gets back Padim. Hits us. Down to 4. And I think we're out of outs now. Another Champion of Wits. Glimmer, and we scoop it up. Oh, I could not find the interaction on that one, unfortunately. Oh, dear. So what do we learn this week about Sunbird's bounty in Standard? And overall, the deck worked pretty well. We ended up going 3-2 in our videos, which actually ended up being 3-3. We played Grixis a second time, went 1-1 against it. So not bad for a deck that is ultra budget, like about as cheap as you get for a budget Magic deck. So not a bad deal at all. The deck, I mean, it has some consistency issues. I think one of the things is if our opponent has a ton of counters, it's kind of hard to resolve our big expensive pieces. So that's kind of the biggest challenge we ran into, is people bringing in their negates or the hardcore control decks that just counter everything, counter everything. If we can slip through a Sunbird's Invocation or two, then life is super good. So I feel like the deck is really fun and does really explosive, super cool things. So that's what I really like about the deck. As far as like the level of competition, I feel like it's kind of middling. It's good enough that you can definitely win a lot of games with it, and the games you win with it are awesome enough that it makes up for the games where things are a little clunky. Maybe you get run over by aggro. Maybe your opponent just counters all your stuff. So the good games more than make up for whatever clunkiness there happens to be. But I feel like the build is pretty solid overall for what it's trying to do. I think maybe the biggest weakness in the deck is the fact that we can't really play any of the good hard answers outside of Hour of Devastation. To Scarab Gods and Hazarats, those cards can be problematic, and the mana base definitely super crazy. We're really dependent on finding our ramp spells. In games where we have a ramp spell, life is really good and things go really smoothly. We have some really good nut draws where we're like turn 3 Beneath the Sands, turn 4 Hour of Promise, turn 5 Sunbird's Invocation, turn 6 win the game. And even if we don't win the game, once we get down Sunbird's Invocation, it's hard for things to go wrong. We do a good job drawing through our deck, but I feel like maybe we could use some Vraska's Contempt, some stuff like that. Maybe it would be right to go up more Hour of Devastations or River's Rebuke to have another sweeper-esque effect, but overall, the deck was a blast to play. It feels competitive enough considering how cheap and how crazy it is, and like I said, the wins with the deck are just so amazing that it definitely makes up for the games where things don't go as smoothly as we'd like. So anyway, that's Sunbird's bounty for Standard. That's our budget Magic deck for this week. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will talk to you soon. Thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, help us out by clicking that like button down below. And to keep up on all the latest and greatest, click that subscribe button. And don't forget to hit that bell icon to get alerts whenever we have new videos. And if you want to, check out some of our other sweet videos here and here.